Okay guys, I'm entering the room, and actually this is the room where I was just in, but I wanted to kind of give you a feel for what's going on in here. This is going to be the corner of where it's going to be. Now, I know you're probably thinking, it's already full, but that bookcase is going to be taken out, and all them books packed away or given away or whatever the case might be. Really, it's just, I don't know, just a catch-all, I guess you would say. This couch here and the ottoman's going to be moved up into the front, into the family room. So all of that'll be gone, and all that stuff back behind it, that'll also be gone. That's kind of also a catch-all corner. Looking over here, this is probably going to remain the same. That's where I'm work on my buildings and so forth. That's my wife's, I guess you would say, domain over there. She does all her bill paying, her online paying and so forth over there. So, you know, I'll give you an idea for what's going on, and I'm sorry about the jerkiness. I'm trying to do this by hand. Anyway, as you can see, I'm still working on the oil distributor, and I'm still trying to find something material-wise favorable to create concrete walls. I've got that foam there, and I'm cutting it, trying to make it work. So far, not happy with the results, but thankfully I got a lot of it, and so I'm not too worried about messing up some pieces. I got my paints and all up there. Of course, that over there has nothing to do with it, and nor the stuff on top. There's a chance I may move this desk over here in this section, move the TV and so forth back over there near her desk, so that she can kind of have things closer to where she's at on the computer. Also, getting back over here, right in front of the window, I probably will be putting a small recliner. We've got a small lazy boy recliner that, well, we've been married 23 years, and she had it for a few years since before then. I mean, this thing's like, I don't know, 28 years old, and yet it still sits almost as good as it did when I first sat in it 24 years ago before we got married. So it'll probably be going right there just for the window. So you're saying, well, what's that leave you? Basically, from the window there to that corner, and then from that corner to the door. Okay, that measures out to not quite 8 feet by 6 feet. Not quite 6 feet. Now, I know there's a lot of you who's got these big basement layouts and so forth, and you're saying, man, that's nothing. And, you know, you're right in a sense as far as to what you've got, but, you know, for me and for the other interest I've got and everything, I think it's going to end up in the long run being pretty good thing. Okay, tell you what I'm doing. Right at the moment, anyway. It's going to be starting here at this bookcase. Basically, it's going to come out from the wall, 24 inches, 2 feet, and it's going to be pretty much 2 feet all the way around to that window, except for in this corner. I'm going to be kind of putting a how would you say, a triangular section here in the corner. So when you measure it out from that corner forward to the outside edge, it's probably going to measure around 32, maybe 34 inches. So it's going to be a little wider. I haven't decided yet. I may try to put a little control desk right there, drop it down below the layout level, and put the controls right there in that corner. That way, yeah, I've got basically control from that end to that end, all from right there. You know, so it's pretty central location, I guess you would say. So I may be doing that. Height, that's still up in the air. I'm thinking I know Al, I saw his, and I seen how he sits at his desk doing his work, as far as on the locomotives and all, and how it's head height when he's sitting. I'm thinking probably 36 inches, 3 feet off the floor. But there's going to be a second level. That's right, you heard right, second level. That I have not decided yet how wide it's going to be. I don't know if I'm going to come out, 2 feet above that. I think I may come out a foot, maybe 18 inches. It's still up in the air right now. But it is going to be another level. Now, of course, this being such a small space, there's no way to do a helix. I mean, come on. And me and Neil, we talked about, trying to do a ramp. I'd even thought about, say, if right here was the track, and you were coming across here, of maybe circling around to the back side and start up a ramp that would take you up to the second level over here, and then you could basically back onto the track all the way around. I thought about that, but I'm afraid that the angle, the slope, would be too much. So then we got to talking, and we got the idea. Now, we had seen this idea in MR Magazine and Model Railroader, and thing is, guy had did a kind of like a lift or an elevator, where he basically drove his trains up on it, and he had a pulley system to where he pulleyed the trains up from the bottom level up to the second level, and then drove off of the elevator onto the second level. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to end up doing. Basically, I think it's going to be coming down here and entering a tunnel and circling around, just like I said before. And I'll get a diagram up to kind of show you what I'm talking about. But basically, coming from the front of the layout, circle around to the back and entering a tunnel and going up against the wall over there into basically what would be, and maybe even going all the way around until it gets to here, to an area that will be a elevator type deal, which will lift the train up to the second level. It'll come out of a tunnel up on the second level and work the industries up here. And then, of course, I'm thinking about having a yard up here. Now, I haven't decided whether I'm going to try to do a small turntable and just make a small yard up there, or run around track to be able to to reline the trains up to come back down. But one way or the other, once I get all the track plans worked up, I'll know more for sure. And Neil's been gracious enough to loan me his track planning book for me to try to get some ideas. So that's pretty much it. Not a ton of space. Basically, you're looking at about 7 5/8 by 5 7/8 as far as the length for the two sections, and then 24 inches out on the bottom layer, and possibly 12 to 18 inches out on the second level, with the elevator system probably over here next to the window, so that if there was some kind of issue, and of course I got to have somewhere where I can control the elevator. And that's another thing, we've talked about everything from pulleys like you would have in Venetian blinds type setup, to using like a tortoise motor or something, which a tortoise motor probably wouldn't work because it only goes so far. But some kind of motor that would take it up with a kill switch to the second level. So, I still got a lot of planning to do, but that's where it stands.